Too many options for the guy. Here's a story about the endless stream of exciting opportunities and the quiet relief of doing nothing. The sun had set, painting the sky with colors that no filter could quite capture. For a certain individual, whom we shall call just the guy, this was usually the cue for a different kind of glow, the glow of his phone screen. The guy lived in a world brimming with invitations. Not always spoken invitations, mind you, but digital ones. Notifications pinged, messages buzzed, and little red numbers stacked up, each one a subtle whisper, something amazing is happening. Are you there? Are you doing it? His friends were always doing things. Exploring ancient ruins, or at least, very old parks. Mastering obscure musical instruments, or at least, learning 3 chords on a ukulele. Cooking gourmet meals that look suspiciously perfect in photographs. Every post, every story, was a little sparkle of excitement, a beacon of activity. And the guy? Well, the guy was often just sitting. Or maybe staring thoughtfully at a wall. Or perhaps attempting to unravel a particularly stubborn knot in a shoelace. He would see all these exciting updates, and a tiny, almost imperceptible sigh would escape him. Ah, he'd think, another grand adventure I'm not on. Another skill I'm not acquiring. Another artisanal loaf of bread I'm not baking. He'd feel a subtle pressure. A faint whisper of should. He should be out. He should be learning. He should be optimizing his life, maximizing his experiences, becoming the most interesting version of himself. But often, what he truly felt like doing was simply existing. Honestly, the sheer amount of FOMO out there is exhausting. It's like everyone else is running a marathon, and you're just trying to tie your shoelaces, and even that feels like too much effort. Not me, of course. The guy. My very unadventurous friend, the guy. One particularly quiet evening, after scrolling past no less than 3 breathtaking sunsets from different continents, he was just looking out his window at his own, decidedly less dramatic, sunset, and witnessing a friend's triumphant completion of a 1,000-piece puzzle. He'd given up on 500-piece puzzles years ago. The guy felt a peculiar sensation. Not sadness, not anger. Just a deep, profound tiredness. Not of body, but of spirit. He looked at his phone. The screen was a gateway to a million exciting lives, none of which he was currently living. And for some reason, tonight, that thought didn't spark a desire to join in. It sparked a desire to unplug. He placed his phone down. Not gently. Not dramatically. Just down. Face down. The room suddenly felt immensely peaceful. No more notifications. No more dazzling adventures demanding his attention. Just the soft ambient sounds of his home. The gentle hum of the refrigerator. The distant murmur of the city. He walked over to his couch, sank into it, and simply sat. He didn't pick up a book. He didn't turn on the TV. He didn't even try to untangle another shoelace. He just sat there, breathing. He looked at the ceiling. He looked at the shadows playing on the wall. He noticed the dust motes dancing in the faint light. He felt the quiet rhythm of his own heart. He realized something. All that frantic energy, all that pressure to do things, to be exciting, had obscured a simpler, quieter kind of contentment. The contentment of simply existing. Of not having to chase after anything. Of letting the world be exciting on its own, without him needing to be a part of every single dazzling moment. So, the guy, my perpetually contemplating friend, decided that perhaps, sometimes, the most revolutionary act in a world full of invitations is simply to decline them. To allow yourself the radical notion of doing absolutely nothing. To embrace the quiet hum of your own existence. And as the guy drifted off to sleep that night, the dazzling highlights reel of other people's lives faded from his mind. He didn't dream of conquering mountains or perfecting sourdough starters. He dreamed of quiet fields, and gentle breezes, and the blissful, unburdened feeling of simply being. So, if you ever feel that insistent tug, that whisper of should, that pressure to be constantly doing, remember the guy. Remember that sometimes, the most profound peace, and certainly the best path to sleep, is found not in chasing every exciting opportunity, but in the simple, quiet freedom of doing nothing at all. Sleep now. And enjoy the quiet comfort of being just as you are.